Hey folks, I'm Red Clay, and this is episode 5 in the series of videos that I'm doing on the Alton gas project here in STEWIACKE. Now today we're going to talk about the quantity of salt. This is the thing that nobody wants to admit to, and it seems like it can't be true. The quantities are so large. Now, to be honest, when I first heard about this, I'm a business guy. I can do math fairly good in my head, and I ran the numbers and I thought, geez, there's something wrong with that. So I got my calculator out and I ran the numbers again, and I'm still thinking to myself, have I lost my ability to do math here? Like, has something happened to me overnight that I'm not aware of? I did the numbers again. Finally, I called some other friends of mine in the construction industry, people who are estimators and quantity surveyors, and asked them to do the numbers, and they got back with the same numbers. So I haven't lost my ability to do math. There are some people out there who have said, this guy must be crazy, there's something wrong. Well, I'm not crazy, and I'm going to put the challenge out today to anyone that wants to correct me if I'm wrong with my math. So we're going to go to the first thing, which was the original proposal that Alton Gas had aired, which was for 4 storage caverns. We'll post this online so you can get a better look at it. Now, the 4 storage caverns that they originally proposed were, let's have a look here. I don't want to be wrong on any of this math for you. 60 meters in diameter and 80 meters in height. Now, to obtain the amount of material that's in a cylinder of that size, this is how you do it. You multiply the diameter by the diameter, which is 60 meters times 60 meters, which gives you 3,600. That is then multiplied by 0.78. That will give you the area of the circle. So in this case, 60 times 60 is 3,600 times 0.78 is 2,808 square meters times the height, which is 80 meters. That gives you a grand total of 224,640 cubic meters in one cavern. Now, I'm going to factor that up into cubic yards, so you have to add 10% to that. The reason is a cubic yard is a ton, and it is the amount that most people in dump trucks that are in the industry are used to dealing with. They still don't really deal with cubic meters. So if you took 10%, it's 24,640 added to the original 224,640 is 249,280 cubic yards per cavern. There's 4 caverns. So the grand total is 997,120 cubic yards. That's for the original proposal that the environmental assessments were done on. And incidentally, that DFO were not in favor of, even at this quantity. Now, the new proposal, still using the same environmental assessment, has gone up to, excuse my paper rattling here, 18 caverns from 4. And the size of the caverns has increased as well. So the new cavern size is 75 meters in diameter times 100 meters in height. Again, 75 times 75 is 5,625 times 0.78 to give you the square meters in a circle is 4,387 times the height of the cavern, 100 meters, gives you 438,750 cubic meters. Again, add 10% to convert it to cubic yards for the sake of being easy to mention tons in the same breath. Is 43,875. Added together is 482,625 cubic yards in one cavern. which incidentally is almost double the size of one of the first original caverns, which was 249,280 versus 482,625. Now here comes the big clincher, times 18 caverns. It's 8,687,250 cubic yards of material, salt and other material that they're going to mine out of the ground. Now they don't want you to know about the amount of material. They talk about it in brine solution. But the amount of material is the amount of material. Whether they put it in a brine solution of 10 to 1, 20 to 1, 30 to 1, it doesn't matter. That is the amount of material that's going to go into that river. Is 8,687,250 cubic yards. Now that's a lot of material. It's not all salt. There's metals. There's a whole bunch of stuff. You can go on to the site and you'll see the list of things in their samples. It's quite a list of materials that's in there besides the salt. Now if you took the 8 million cubic yards and you put them one after the other, 3 feet cubic yard by 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet, and you stack them all together, you'd end up with 26 million feet of salt. Divide that by 5,280, which is the amount of feet in a mile, it would be 4,935 miles long. That's a lot of salt. So ask these guys, how much salt? Not how much brine or what solution rate, how much salt? Those numbers are correct and they do not lie. What comes out of the ground in that cylinder is the amount that's going to go in that river, one way or the other. Anyway, I won't bore you with more of this math for now. I'm going to break this down a little bit further in some other videos that are coming up here. But this is strictly on the math of what's coming out of the caverns. Anyway, it's red clay. Keep your eye on the ball.